Hey guys, Chef Jay Ray's Hardware Grilling Expert. Today, it's my beginner's guide to the Big Green Egg. So come along and join us as we walk through the ways to run and operate the ultimate cooking experience. Let's start off and talk a little bit about the vents. We've got a top vent and a lower vent. Those two vents work together to help control airflow and temperature. How do we control temperature? Well, if you look at this, the more the bottom is open, the more the top is open, the more airflow we're gonna get into the egg, meaning higher temperatures. The less the bottom is open, the less the top is open, less air, keeping that temperature a little bit lower. I like to think of it this way. I use the bottom as big temperature adjustments, maybe 25, 30, 40 degree temperature adjustments. I use the top kind of as my micro adjustment, 5 to 10 degree adjustments, really keeping this dialed in. How much charcoal should I add to my Big Green Egg is going to depend on two different things. As you can see here, I have it just to the bottom of the fire ring. And this is gonna be for my everyday cooks. This is gonna help me out, making sure I've got enough fuel for doing some dual zone, maybe some reverse sear, all of that. Now, it will also depend on if you're doing low and slow, because the last thing you wanna do is run out of charcoal in the middle of a cook. So my suggestion is maybe during a low and slow, I might add 15 to 20% more, coming up a little bit higher on the fire ring, make sure I have enough charcoal to sustain me. So I have two different loads. I have my everyday cook where I keep it right there at the fire ring, and then I have my low and slow where I bring it up just a little bit higher. Now that we've got the charcoal loaded, it's time to start it. Now, we have a couple different options. We have our speedy lights, which are going to be kind of a fiber board that you can nestle down into the charcoal, and that's gonna give you a really good starting option as well. Or, you can use my favorite, the Eggniter. I love this because I have a butane torch, which we can see right here, and I have a fan, which we can hear right there. So between the torch and the fan, I'm gonna save time and get up and running just a little bit faster with my friend, the Eggniter. You may have seen in our videos or heard us mention it before, maybe even had a friend mention, what is a Big Green Egg burp? Well, when it comes time to open your egg, we always recommend giving it a little burp. That's gonna introduce some oxygen in there so that when you open it, you don't have a giant rush of oxygen. One of the great things about the Big Green Egg using lump charcoal is this is a reusable fuel source. So this is my charcoal from my last cook. How do I relight that? A couple different ways. Now, because I have the fire bowl in here, the optional fire bowl, one of the things I can do is grab this and pick it up and shake that ash out. Now, if you don't have the optional fire bowl, one of the things you can do is take your ash tool, stir it around, and get all of that ash off. Now, here's the best part. Top it off with some fresh charcoal, and it's time to restart that fire again. Care instructions for the Big Green Egg are very easy. Yes, it can be stored outside. You can store it out there in the winter. You can use this all year long. My recommendation, keep it covered so that you protect it from the elements. That'll make sure your gasket doesn't freeze shut, your handle doesn't get beat up by the sun. Keep it covered. It'll keep it beautiful for years. There you have it, a quick little beginner's guide on the Big Green Egg. Amazing, versatile, absolutely the ultimate cooking experience when it comes to Kamado-style cooking in your backyard. Now, stay tuned because coming up next, I have more beginner videos, including my first cook.